So your lived experience is a result of your internal landscape. And so the first step in connecting to your divinity, your truth, those are the same thing for me. So if you don't resonate with divinity, truth, and if you don't resonate with truth, divinity, to me, they're interchangeable. Okay. Truth and divinity are interchangeable. So the first thing we have to do is clear out the noise and go inward and get still. And by still, I don't mean you actually have to sit and become a monk and meditate for 8 hours a day. Also, for you queens that are new to meditation, let me just dispel this right out the gate. Meditation is not quieting your mind. I have so many bad bees in my world that would so benefit from meditation, but they won't because they're like, I can't turn my brain off. Well, yeah, no, duh. You're not alone. None of us can turn our brain off. We actually don't have control over our thoughts. But when you grow a mindfulness practice, you become an observer of your thoughts. And so there's the people that have a thought and then immediately act on it. And then there's the people that have beautiful mindfulness practices that have this opportunity to have a thought and then a pause, and then they decide how they want to respond. Can you take a moment right now to imagine the difference in your behaviors if you take road A, which is just reacting to all your thoughts and letting your thoughts be truth, or road B, which is I have a thought and I pause and I breathe and I decide if that thought is true and I run it through the alignment of my heart. So meditation is about observing your mind, your body, your internal state without judgment. Without judgment. And you're going to get to know yourself on a very real level when you slow down and turn your attention inward and pay attention to what's going on inside of you without judgment. When I first started my meditation practice, I had a nonstop reel of scary thinking in my head. Worst case scenario, depressive thoughts like catastrophizing, shaming myself, inner critic, blaming others. Like it was just mean girl city in my brain. And when I would try to meditate, my brain would not stop and I would actually get dizzy. So maybe you resonate with that. Like, Brooke, I've tried to meditate. I get dizzy. What that means, honey, is you need meditation more than anybody else. No judgments, because that was me. So the good news is you don't have to stop your thoughts. You don't have to quiet your mind. That's not what we're going for. Meditation is just a way to grow your awareness about your internal state because you get to know, wow, I have a tendency to criticize myself. Wow, I have a tendency to go to the worst case scenario. Wow, I have a tendency to blame my partner for everything. Wow, I have a tendency to do this, that, and the other. Interesting. And once you have that awareness, well, then you can build your tool belt to help you navigate that in a different way. So go inward, have a mindfulness practice. It can be walking meditation if you don't want to be still. It can be hiking. It could be in nature. It could be dancing. It could be singing. It could be whatever allows you to quiet the noise and be super present with the moment and become a non-judgmental observer. That is a way to connect to your divinity. Because what you'll start to know the more that you practice this is there's the thoughts that I'm thinking, and then there's the truth that's in my heart. But the truth in my heart has been overridden by the thoughts that I'm thinking because they're driven by my protective parts, fear, ego. And the more that you manage your fear, ego, and protective parts, the louder your truth becomes. The louder your intuition is. The more available you are for intuitive hits that will change your freaking life, right? But we got to chill. We got to regulate the nervous system. We got to slow down the brain waves and we got to go inward so that we can access this gorgeous truth that's been hidden in your body all of these years, right?